Today is Holy Saturday, or what is known in the Jewish tradition as the Sabbath. Luke 23:55 says, "As the body of Christ was taken away, the women from Galilee followed, and saw the tomb where his body was placed. Then they went home and prepared spices and ointments to anoint his body. But by the time they were finished, the Sabbath had begun, so they rested as required by law." Scriptures say that Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus were the ones who took Jesus' body away. So where are the disciples? There is no mention of them until the next day. So where were they? What were they doing? John 20:19, that refers to the next day, can give us a clue. On the evening of the first day of the week, when the disciples were together, with the doors locked for fear of the Jewish leaders, Jesus came and stood among them. Just picture it. The doors locked, deadbolted, maybe even some kind of barricade in front of the door. Inside sit 10 scared, despondent men. We have to remember that these guys are not sitting around waiting until Sunday morning so they can celebrate the resurrection. Jesus was dead. Could this really be the end of him? Sure, he had predicted that he would rise on the third day, but the disciples in their grief either forgot that promise, or no longer believed it, or perhaps had never really understood it. The revolting sounds of Good Friday kept spilling into the eerie quiet of his absence. They waited, but with little, if any, hope. On this seventh day, those who loved Jesus hid behind locked doors in fear and despair. Holy Saturday tells us that Jesus entered death and stayed dead. The gap was long enough that he truly tasted death and experienced the pains of being in death's grip. He fully entered the land from which no one returns. He undertook the great loneliness of death as part of his redeeming us, and his disciples experienced his death as if it were permanent. Today, take the time to let the gap be the gap. Spend a few moments feeling the reality of this dreadful gap before hope returns. Won't it make tomorrow that much sweeter?